just another couple of minutes, guys, and we will get started. Welcome. So we are past our stream time, but I'm going to check if my microphone's on first because you know that's happened a few times. Hopefully we're not going to have any issues today. Mind you, I say that there was literally one issue on the last live stream and it made everything cut out, and I don't know how it happened still to this day, even though it was only last week. I still don't know what happened. But welcome. Just to start off with, guys, if you are seeing the sort of, I don't know what it's called because I haven't been doing it for a while, the super chat thing, the goal and everything, I'll explain a bit about that. I wasn't actually going to do it, but I'll explain. Ivan, good to see you, bud. I am alright, how are you? Tony Doc Zero, how are you, mate? I'm very, very good. Hello. Thank you for everyone for coming in. Just to let you know, obviously, Sunday's live stream will still be going ahead. It'll just be another two weekly stream. Yeah, I'll have 2 streams this week, just like last week. And on Sunday, it's going to be at about 5 o'clock. Just need to have a little look and see. So Sunday live streams are still going to be a thing. They're going to be a regular thing. It might be that they're the only streams that we have on those days, but on that day rather. But I'm just trying to figure out and see what time works the best. So we have done 1 o'clock UK time for the past couple of weeks. I'm going to have a look at how 5 o'clock works and see how it is there. But massive thank you to everyone who comes in for this one. This one doesn't really have a kind of a very good description, I guess, on the thumbnail or anything, but on the tile, it's just plastered with giveaway, so that's kind of what this stream is. We are going to be taking a look at the A350 cabin packs, because I actually haven't really taken a proper look at them. And we're going to talk about them, we're going to have a look. And obviously, to go along with that, we will be giving away a copy of the A350 by iniBuilds for PC only. It is out on Xbox now I think it's only out for 2024, I believe. So we'll be having a look at the A350 cabin packs because I'm curious on that side of things, because I really haven't taken much of a look at them. We're also going to be taking a look at the A350 in one of Pyreegue Dev's airports. I'm sure everyone's aware of Pyreegue and the excellent work that he does. And we also got a giveaway for that as well. So as well as your A350, so for the lucky viewer who does win, they'll be getting a lovely A350 from iniBuilds, and they can choose any of Pyreegue's sceneries, which is a fantastic giveaway, guys. I mean, big thank you to iniBuilds and obviously Pyreegue for supporting the channel and giving me the opportunity to do the giveaway. But yeah, so it won't just be kind of me talking. Well, it will be, you know what I'm like. But it will be a case of having a look at these cabin packs. Let's have a little look, guys. So we are in the simulator minute. I have been on the computer, for the last, I'd say, 5 or so hours. I've been writing scripts for about 3 or 4 different videos, so they're actually not trailers or cinematics, they're freeware videos. other few little videos that I've got going on, and they're going to be fully commentary from me, showing various things. So they're not going to be trailers or cinematics. Like I said, I do want to branch out and go back to kind of how the channel was, giving a bit of this and that, just so everyone's got a taste, or something. They might not like watching cinematics and stuff, and I realize they're only like 2 or 3 minutes of video, you know. So now I know this is a bit, I wouldn't say it was authentic by all means, but it's certainly not where the A350 would be. I don't think Glasgow got the A350. But what I would say is I haven't got the version 2 of Pyreegue Edinburgh. And I know obviously we've got the Emirates A350 that goes there in real life, so let me take you to Glasgow just to give you an idea if you haven't seen, for the weird reason you haven't seen Pyreegue's sceneries. I'll take you to Glasgow, so we'll have a little look around the airport as well. I'm sure most of you have seen his Glasgow scenery, but if you haven't, this is a very good chance of having a look. We may have to go in and out of the actual the world map, because I don't think we can change the cabin packs through the developer options, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. Quick hello from Wales, catch up when I get back. Thank you, Mike, mate. I hope you're having a bloody good time in Wales. Looks like you are. But yeah, no, thank you so much for popping in, mate. Wishing everyone my best, and obviously stay safe and have a good time, rest of your time there. Hello Alex, mate, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in, mate, and spending some time with us tonight. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, I don't think the A350 will be parking here, I'm going to be totally honest. So I might need to just use the good old slew camera. I think that's what they call the slew camera. The slew camera. By the way, if you don't have developer options enabled, I am going to be showing you the sim, by the way, guys. It's not just going to be me doing this. It's just I wanted to obviously have everything set up. And to be very, very honest, I don't think there is actually the A350, A380 does go to Glasgow, doesn't it? So it should be more than capable of fitting the A350 in. Ah, nice, mate, nice. Obviously, I've only just been there myself, as you know. It was very, very interesting because I haven't been there in, oh god, Blackpool 2014. 2014 was Blackpool for me. It was a year after GTA 5 came out, because I remember being in Blackpool and the GTA Online trailer came out. That's how I know it's been that long for me. Obviously I was there last week, but before that it was 2014. Perfect, we are now all nicely lined up. Boom, lovely A350 there. Let's have a little look, guys. Right, before we start, bit more of me talking, unfortunately. I am sorry. So basically, 2 live streams this week. This one is a special one. It is to celebrate my channel. The channel hitting 3K subs. I know that was kind of a week or 2 ago, but this is the next opportunity I had to live stream. I'm going to be showing the cabin packs off the iniBuilds A350 cabin packs. Talk about what all that is about, and how they came about, and kind of what happened with them. Probably you already know about that. Second live stream this week is Sunday at 5 o'clock, so not 1 o'clock. It'll be 5 PM UK time, just to experiment with times and see. I will be sticking with the Sunday live stream, so it will be a Sunday, but I'm just having a little look at the times. You will see there's a goal inside of the chat there. It's super chat. I just want to have a little play with it, and to be very, very honest with you guys, the channel isn't about making money. There is some videos that I've monetized, or whatever, however you say it. I don't think it's monetized. This is purely, and I'm being honest and I'm being open with everyone. This is purely because I am a full-time father. I am not in a job. Okay, I am doing my YouTube as a hobby and passion, but there has to be a kind of a cutoff where I say to my community, I need to kind of try and up the game. So I'm as far as I'm aware, I'm partnering with a web camera company who are sending me a really like fancy webcam that does all the sort of motion tracking and like that, exactly like that. um, I've got that happening. I've got a few other things happening as well. So I hope you understand that there is a little bit of a cut off to where I say some of these videos need to kind of help me in a sense of just paying forward to the channel. They're not helping me live, okay? Then that's not what's happening here. They're helping me get stuff for the channel, basically. Whether that's add-ons, whether that's stuff to improve live streams and monetize. I can't say it. Don't worry, Alex. We'll talk about that in a minute, mate. But yeah, no. In terms of the super chat, um, that is potentially to help me get a microphone for my camera that will basically allow me to do a video to show this stuff off, which is still in the box and I have not unwrapped yet. I was speaking to WinWing today, and they were very impressed that I have not opened this up and plugged it in. And I don't know how I've done it, because this stuff is just, it looks amazing, but I really want to get an actual hardware unboxing and review out. Okay, so that's where I kind of stand with that business. The cabin packs, you are right, Alex. What I would say is, not too sure what the marketing strategy was with the cabin packs. It's quite interesting. Got a new toy. I have got a new toy. Or new toys rather. There's 3 boxes of WinWing stuff there that I really need to share with you soon. Again, that little resource thingy is, yeah, I don't believe it. You will see some stutters, I think, purely because I've got a fully loaded sort of Airbus with the cabin and everything, and yeah. What was I saying? So yeah, so this happened on the Friday, didn't it? The Friday, very start of Flight Sim Expo. iniBuilds just went, there you go, guys. I have about 1,000 add-ons, and they had the Doha landmarks. They released kind of the newest update for the 350. They did the cabin things. They showed the trailer for the A220. They had a really busy kind of few weeks. And then obviously they released the Cessna Caravan as well. But they also said, here are 2 cabin packs for the A350. And they priced them, and I think the prices were about 10 quid each or something like that. And yeah, it caused a bit of a stir, didn't it? It caused a bit of an uproar. People weren't happy. Now, from the side of kind of knowing what developers go through in terms of creating scenery and creating add-ons, yes, they've obviously created a whole new add-on to go inside of the 350. Oh God, Lupo helped this guy out. He's one of us. Nice that you're open. It's not easy. I was in such a, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I listen, anything, even if it's a quid, even if it's a quid, if it's 50 pence, just anything. The reason I'm doing that today was a last minute thing. I just said, listen, I want to go and create a hardware review, something that I don't actually do, of these WinWing. I can't say it just off the top of my head. I've got to think about it. WinWing products. I've got to really bring it and have my proper mirrorless camera and have a proper microphone and do a proper unboxing and review and show you what the products are like. So yeah, I've got some new toys there. Hopefully do it soon. Anyway, the cabin packs, yes, they are a whole new product. Every one of the cabins is different. Granted, I don't think we get any kind of difference in the economy pack. So this is the Emirates one. And fair play to iniBuilds. There was an uproar, a pretty big one, because every comment section I saw was literally everyone saying, absolutely not, you shouldn't be charging for this. It took them less than 24 hours, guys. They went away overnight, and by the Saturday time of the expo starting on the Saturday, they were like, there you go, they're free. Refunded everyone that had bought them and said the free download. So fair enough. That's fair enough. You know what I mean? Can't really ask any more than that. But initial thoughts, I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's using more resources, more computer power. Not that the A350 takes a lot in the first place. But yeah, they're nice. I really should be in the actual thingy so we can interact with the cabin here. So let's try and go into the oops. I subbed Blue Side Up, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I haven't actually talked about the giveaway. I did briefly. So we have a iniBuilds A350 for the PC only. It is out on Xbox on 2024, I believe now. But this is for PC only. And along with the A350, you will also get to choose one of Pyreegue Dev Co's sceneries. And if you don't already know, fantastic sceneries. One of the best in the business. Currently working very, very hard on bringing us Birmingham International Airport, so another UK airport. Alex, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So they did do some of the sort of the galley areas rather. But again, I don't think they touched the economy class. But the giveaway, they're your prizes. To enter, it's simple. You've got to be active in the chat, okay? It does mean you need to be patient with me. It means you have to be active in the chat, which basically means that Nightbot, there's no keywords this time, guys. There's no inputting a keyword, airport code, answer to a question. You simply have to be active, okay? That's it, guys. Staying active in the chat will be your friend, okay? If you're not active, it'll take you out, okay? It also will show me who's staying in the chat and who's not. But yeah, if you're active in the chat, you'll be up for winning. I decided just to keep it a bit different today. I am celebrating the channel hitting 3,000 subscribers. I'll be honest with you, the subscriber count has risen up a fair bit. I think it's moving towards 3,500 now. And I'm not going to lie, I'll stay honest, that is purely to do with the expo trailers around Flight Sim Expo time. And yeah, that's all you need to do. Stay active inside the chat, guys, and Nightbot will basically, I'll press on, pick a winner, and it will pick a active member of the chat. Simple as that, really. There goes the wife's dinner. Yeah, I am putting people in positions, aren't I? But I thought I'd do it a bit different. Yeah, I mean, just keep me on in the background. Just listen to the dulcet Scouse tones. So we're gonna have a look at the cabin packs for the A350. Get me teeth in. We're in the Emirates one now. There's a couple. There's 2 packs. Okay, there's 2 packs. Let's have a little look. Again, if I would have done my homework, I'd be able to tell you all of this off the top of my head. But basically, yeah, they were priced and then they weren't. Everyone got a refund. Curious to know how many refunds they had to give out, but they're free now. You just add it to your cart and obviously check out. British Airways, Lufthansa, pretty much all the main liveries that are included for the A350 in the iniManager. Virgin, Air France, Lufthansa, British Airways. That is in the first pack. The pack 2 has got Emirates, Etihad, and Qatar. So only 3 in the last ones. And this is it. I think they do, by the looks of it, include the colour scheme and materials for the economy class as well. So we will take a tiny look at them, but business and, first class and stuff like that are really, really what we want to look at. I've seen a couple of videos. It seems pretty interesting. Have you tried out the hood yet? We can have a look at the hood. I mean, I won't be taking them for a flight today purely because I crashed a caravan last week. Not a caravan that you sleep in, but the iniBuilds caravan. So I wouldn't even trust myself in the A350 at this point, even if it pretty much flies itself. So yeah. But here is the Emirates cabin again. Pretty detailed, and it will suck the resources out of your computer. So if you are running on a budget friendly system, it may struggle, but there you go. Pretty nice stitching as well. I mean, it's iniBuilds quality, and again, I am not just saying that because I get to look at these iniBuilds products. As you can see, it's spot on. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it was a U-turn, a tremendous U-turn. But how many developers would have U-turned on that? How many developers would have just stuck to it and went, you know what? We've taken time to make them. It's a paid add-on. It's hard to know, really, isn't it? But they did. Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. They did U-turn. Did they lose a lot of money because of the U-turn? Don't know. But they did. Ouch, my RAM is hurting already. My RAM's hurting, the VRAM's hurting already anyway, to be honest. And it shouldn't do because the simulator is really, really bad at VRAM usage still. I'm hoping Sim Update 3 when it's made public. I am still on Sim Update 2, just the public release. I haven't bothered with Sim Update 3 yet, the beta that is. Would be nice if they could remake the graphics. They might do, but the fact that they're working on an A340 at the minute and other things, I'd imagine. Yeah, the VRAM use. I mean, all right, we're inside of the A350 and it's obviously got the cabin pack installed. 20. That's the lowest I've seen it. Let's have a little look what goes on outside. But we are, look at this. We're over my VRAM usage down the bottom here. I'm on a 16GB card. And we've actually ducked down even further to 20. Which is quite interesting. Let's have a little look and see what happens. So I'm in the drone camera now. Sorry for the dog, guys. Not our dog, it's just next door's dog. But we're out in the drone camera now. This is Glasgow Airport by Pyreegue. We are jumping up now, because his airports are ridiculously well optimized. He still won't tell me the secret. Every time I speak to him, I say, by the way, your airports are insane, and just how do they run that good? He won't let me know. He will not divulge. He will not divulge that information. But yeah, it's jumped up a bit. But again, we have got the A350 on the ground here and stuff like that. So, hello Max, how you doing? I think it's JL or JI3978. Good to see you. Tony, Flack9, good to see you. Thank you for everyone for coming in and spending some time. As I say, the giveaway is for an A350, iniBuilds A350, PC only, not for the Xbox, and a Pyreegue airport of your choice. So you could choose Glasgow if you want. You can choose Edinburgh, East Midlands, Belfast. He has some other ones that he did in the past as well, if you wanted to, if you really like. But I always feel with Pyreegue, he evolves his scenery evolves every time. There's always something that he does which is just, again, above and beyond. It's a bit odd, the simulator, because I've been in the simulator over the past week and I've had 50 FPS. Then obviously we are going into more intensive aircraft, of course, and sceneries, but even then, shouldn't be like that. Could you choose the new? Oh, that's a very good point, Alex. It's a very good point, and it's not something I asked him. If it's not out yet, then I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because it hasn't dropped and it's not out. So just existing sceneries, but again, that is why Alex is there, being a moderator, because that is a very, very relevant question. I switched from a 380 to a 5070 Ti and made a big difference. What is the 5070 in terms of the VRAM? No, is it a 16 gig or like 20 gig? I don't think. Do Nvidia do 20 gig cards, or is that just AMD? Or am I talking complete poo there? I'm on a 4070 Ti Super. And that's a 16 gig card, and to be honest with you, it shouldn't really be using this much VRAM. Not really, even with the A350. And to be very honest, I am bumping the graphics up. If I'd turn my graphics down and was a bit more liberal with my graphics, then yeah, I'd probably see a much better thing. But in this case, because we're not flying or doing anything super mad, we're just looking around, then I'm inclined just to leave it alone at the minute. I believe the Ti is 16 and the 5070 is, oh, okay. Interesting. So they're keeping the same VRAM, but probably just a bit better performance. So yeah, the giveaway, guys, A350 from iniBuilds PC version, and then any of the current Pyreegue sceneries. One winner. You have to stay active in the chat. I'll be live for about 90 minutes or so, 2 hours from when I started at 6 o'clock. Yeah, absolutely amazing to see everyone. This seems like also a good time to go live. That light has gone off, and so is, oh no, hang on, I haven't put the lights on at all, have I? There we go. I mean, it's okay. You don't really want to see my sweaty paws, though. Jesus, Ian, fella. Where are we? 4090. Perfect. I've got a 4090. That's 24. Yeah, but I still think you shouldn't really need a 24 gigabyte card just to run the simulator. And even then, you know. You got the EBA cabin that we would take a look at, please? Absolutely. I'm going to try and show you as many. As I say, I don't know if... Let's have a little check. I don't know if we can literally just go into plane selector, because this is quite nice, this developer thing. tool or developer tool as a whole is pretty good. I think you can change it with this because it says Qatar cabin. Obviously, you can mix and match, which is a bit odd. You can actually put a Qatar cabin inside any other livery, which is a bit weird. So you've got Emirates, Qatar, and Etihad in this pack. So without actually going back into the world map, we could probably just use this. I'll show you the British Airways one, wherever that may be. There's the Qatar Q suite. I imagine British Airways is just a bit further up. No cabin, British Airways, where are we? I've probably gone past it. Qatar cabin, Air France, Virgin Atlantic cabin. Why is the British Airways one not showing? There it is. Got to make sure it's on a British Airways plane though. Which, let's have a little look. So it might flicker and do all that business, but I think it's a lot better doing this than going out to the world map and starting all over again. Okay. What we will do is though, after we've had a look at the cabins, we can have a look at Pyreegue's Glasgow, and we can have a look at his East Midlands as well. East Midlands being the last one that he did. Now it is completely down to like 1 FPS at the minute. The engines have started as well. Switch airplanes in the game. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, you can. You just need to turn developer mode on, which when you do, it'll always be open at the top. Can you see it at the top there? Don't know if the stream is cutting it off, but that's how you get into slew mode. This is how you can pick your plane up, your aircraft, whatever it may be, and move it. But if you turn it on in the options, the best thing to do is go to auto hide menu, because if you don't, it'll just stay on. If you're not too bothered about that, that's fine, but obviously with creating videos, you don't want that on, and then you're just cropping your videos when you're editing them. So options, auto hide toolbar, and then all you do is just move your cursor up. And if you're interested, guys, I'm in the middle of making a kind of a script almost of a camera video, like a camera tutorial, showing you how to basically do flyby videos, landing videos, basically how to manipulate the drone camera, or sorry, the showcase camera in different ways, how to position the camera to take better screenshots. When I say better, I'm not saying to take screenshots like me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is how I do it. So kind of this is how I use the drone showcase camera. I'm going to make a video on that because there's been a good amount of people ask for it, so it seems a relevant thing to do. Anyway, yes, you can use change camera, and slew mode is how you pick the aircraft up and move it about and stuff. Any performance impact leaving dev mode enabled? It's a very, very good question, Flack. Haven't got a clue. I mean, I suppose we could check, but we can't really turn it off at this point. We'd have to go into the options and just turn it off. I won't do that now, but I'm gonna say no, just purely because it's up there and it's not getting in the way. But I will have a look at that at some point. Oh, look, the toilet. I don't think you can press the buttons in here without being in the actual... What we will do is we'll go into the... We're back into the actual cabin. Let it settle, because it's not settled. Hello, mate. You're not in the proper attire. You need to get into your uniform. Right, guys, this is the British Airways one. So as you can see, these British Airways emblem, the logo, is on the storage containers, obviously the galley and stuff like that. Is it embedded into any of the screens? Yes, it is. That's pretty cool. Although I was under the impression you can use this. Interesting. I'm curious now that you've asked, to be honest with you. I'm curious. So again, here is the British Airways cabin. One thing I would say straight off the bat is none of it is interactable. I don't think. Oh, hang on. No, that's just the curtain. But none of it's interactive. The avatar hits on performance too. I turn my off. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. I need to do that. Ian, thank you so much for telling me that. I wasn't aware of that. So if you're not too bothered about having your avatar, that might be a good thing. But yeah, none of it's interactable. Now, I haven't got the iFly 737 Max, which apparently is pretty damn good. And a lot of its cabin is interactable. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there who are bothered about the cabin. That's fair enough. But maybe if they charged for this and had everything interactable, then I could probably say, yeah, actually. But again, when are you going to interact with it? Do you know what I mean? But this is the British Airways cabin. Pretty sleek, black and sort of grey. Also, performance seems a lot better. The logo there as well, with a nice bit of ambient lighting. Let's have a little look. I always find that these cabins on the A350 look so good at night time as well. In fact, what I might do is just show them off at night, because look at that. Wow. I mean, think what you will of them. Apart from the blinding screen down there, it is pretty nice, especially the reflections on all the surfaces. Very, very nice. And the floor's glowing as well. But yeah, if you want to be in the running to grab yourself the A350, it's just the A350, guys. It won't be the cabin packs as well. It's just the A350 in the giveaway. And then a Pyreegue Dev scenery, the current scenery that he's got. So Birmingham will not be included. That'll be one lucky winner. I'm sorry I haven't got more prizes, but as you know, I try to do as many live giveaways as possible. So it is worth subscribing as well. It's also worth subscribing as well. Just you might have a better chance at winning. So I would say get yourself subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. I can't really be any fairer than that. If you subscribe, you've got a better chance of winning, because I've told Nightbot to do that. Can see the Virgin cabin mate, my favourite. Of course we can see the Virgin cabin mate. Of course we can. But I tell you what, it's pretty nice. They are pretty nice. All the cards are in here as well, as you'd expect. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you everyone who's contributed to the super chat as well. I appreciate it. Like I said, wasn't going to do that. It just popped up on the start of the sort of live stream, and YouTube said, oh, why don't you try it? And I was like, do you know what? I really do need to get a really good microphone, because I bought this little £4 wireless microphone from Temu. Obviously, it's terrible. I didn't listen. I wasn't expecting that to be bloody DJI level. I just thought, you know what, it might end up being, and they might end up being good. And to be fair, they look pretty lovely. Clip-on little microphone. It's like, it's dog poo. I'd rather step in dog poo than use them. but it's £4 and I'm not really, well, to be honest with you, currently currently my bank account really does need £4. So anyway, guys, yeah. So literally anything, any super chat that can be given. I hate begging. I hate even doing it, to be honest with you. First time I've done it, I never expect it, but I'm going to try and give you guys a proper unboxing and review for the WinWing products, which is the Acer Minor joystick, the airline one that looks pretty similar to the Airbus joystick, and then the two auto panel units. They look fantastic, by the way. Only online, I haven't opened them. Everything's still wrapped up, ready for my kind of first reaction unboxing. So when I am recording it, I can literally have kind of, well, a first reaction to it. The Virgin one. Any particular cabins you want to see, guys, let me know in the chat, okay? Obviously, if we get through all of them, fantastic. If we don't, no worries there. Let's have a look at the Virgin. Have I gone past it again? No, I haven't. Virgin Atlantic cabin with a Virgin Atlantic V-Bob. I think I've seen V-Bob before. Let's let it load back and give it.
To start the engines to request ground services.
Okay, all right, love. All right, I understand. I understand. Mic sounds okay, but no. So this one is absolutely fine. This is great. I don't think this can plug into my kind of Canon camera, but obviously I want to do a proper unboxing and review. I want to use my proper Canon camera, and obviously not use the microphone from the camera or my phone. This is this microphone and it's fantastic. But again, this headset's failing. This headset is like 5 years old, but it shouldn't really be broken. So that ear cup's fine. I can't hear nothing from this one. The microphone, that's the only reason why I won't replace it, because, well, I've got no money to replace it, because these are like still 70, 80 quid. The Logitech, it's like the Logitech G Pro or X Pro or something. It's so nice. It's nice to wear, and this microphone is just so good. See, it is part of the package, right? Oh, hang on. Yes, I think so. Yeah, well, I think we showed the Emirates at the start, didn't we? I think we had a look at the Emirates, but we can go back in it. I'd love to look at the CA one if that's possible. CA, is that Singapore? Is it? Oh God, Cathay Pacific, Singapore. I can show you. It has it all listed there, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Singapore one is the one that does the long routes, the 17-hour routes, the ultra long range one. Yeah, Singapore. Yeah. I thought so. I don't know why I was questioning myself. I just wanted to make sure. But I don't know if the Singapore has packs. Here is the Virgin ones. These look lovely. And as you can see, guys, they are all different. They aren't reskinned. I think there was a lot of misconception at the start. All right, they were paid, but a lot of people, I think, thought they were just reskins. They were just basically the same cabins, but just, different texture, different color. They're not. They're completely different shapes, doorways. They model off the real ones. And then Alex is there. He knows and wants to see it. So, or I'm assuming there's other people who've been flying on Virgin Atlantic may have had the opportunity to see the business class and first class cabins. But we'll have a good look through. This is the lighting. The lighting again is fantastic. Literature only, so no putting your slippers in there. But yeah, I don't think, let me have a little check. I don't think there's an actual Singapore cabin. No, there isn't. Interesting. I can have a look at the livery for the long range version and have a look at the cabin and see what it looks like, but it's not included in any of the cabin packs, which is a bit odd. I'm in the back. Hey, I'm not judging. I don't know. You could have been chilling in business class and first class. 25k as I did my last flight. No problem. What seat were you in, Alex? We can have a little look, definitely. A little bit of stuttery there, but to be fair, I am right down into the seat here. Everything looks dead crisp. That is the wrong way round. But yeah, it would have been lovely. Imagine if all the buttons worked and you could manipulate everything. I mean, probably me just asking for too much there, but even then, even if they could have the doors closing, would have been nice. Can't we have the doors closing? No? Oh well. By the way, guys, where is 25k? I actually thought most of these were labelled up with the numbers on the other ones. Where is Virgins? That's a bit odd. Pretty sure the other ones had labels on the doors. But yes, for the 500 time, I am giving away a copy of the A350, not the cabin packs, but just the A350. And then alongside that, the winner can choose a Pyreegue airport of their choice. This does not include the Birmingham scenery that's upcoming, so please do not ask. It is a good question, something Alex rightly pointed out. I tell you what, that leather looks fantastic, doesn't it? It really does, the texture work, sorry. But yeah, I have decided it doesn't include it, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to make that assumption. As far as I'm aware, Pyreegue just told me, yeah, fantastic, go for it. Give away one of my sceneries. So just current Pyreegue sceneries will be honoured. Don't worry if no numbers. I'm pretty sure I saw numbers on the other cabin packs. Again, something I'd really be sort of wanting as at the bare minimum is the seat numbers, man. I'm sure the other one, British Airways and Emirates, had theirs. Very interesting. But yeah, that high, what was it? Sorry, the fly one, the iFly, sorry, the iFly 737. All the cabin, all the baggage things open and everything, don't they? It's fantastic. I honestly thought you could do the blinds on this as well. Anyway, those starlights, the top look awesome. They are, but they seem to be in most of the A350s, to be honest. And I think that's just how most airlines keep them, if I'm not mistaken. But most of them do have that. I can show you the Singapore one again. That isn't in one of the cabin packs. And I'll be totally honest with you, I need to double check where it is in this list. I've got the ITA one. Some of these are basically from the ini manager, and some of them are downloaded. There is the Singapore, but that's the that's the ultra long range. So I've got a good couple actually. Let's do Sierra Mike Foxtrot.
You need to start the engines to request.
In the iFly, you can control the cabin lighting. Perfect. I really need to get that. Not that I fly many airliners or indeed the 737, but still. What's funny about this is you can actually see everything loading in if you do this through the dev tools as well. But it does look like we've got quite a substantial cabin. There we go. That blinking there, that has always been in since release. But again, it'll be because we're... Hello? Oh, it's... Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. No, I think it's just... It did it last time. So yeah, guys, sorry, giveaway. You'll see that I do go off on different little conversations. So you do have to bear with me in that sense. That'll be something I can improve over time, especially if I do want to live stream more often. This one, have I done no cabin? Because that isn't moving. It does look like, again, the cabins changed, and this does look like the Singapore cabins. But again, I'm sure there's people in the comments who can definitely verify that. But it does look very dated, especially for an A350. But this is the ultra long range. I'll get the ultra long range. This is on the screen. Get rid of that. But yeah, again, giveaway, you have to remain active. So Nightbot will only let me pick a winner that is active in the chat, guys. So there's no keywords for this one. Usually with my giveaways, I will give you a keyword to pop into the chat, and I just pick a winner that obviously has put the correct keyword in. Bit different on this one. I do want so obviously everyone to kind of be in here, get involved, speak to each other, speak to me, and obviously just stick with me. Listen, I don't stream for 5 hours, guys. I don't think I ever could, unless I've got about 1,500 fans in the room just blowing nice cold air at me. I don't know if I could, and as long as I've got a drink. In fact, I shouldn't be drinking this, but that is so nice, by the way. The Lando Norris one. It's like, I don't like melon, but it's like kiwi and lemon. Weird combination, but it's nice. But anyway, yeah, I don't stream for 5 hours, so listen, stick with me for what, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and you might win a prize, you know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel as well, okay? I have got loads more live streams. I've got loads more videos as well. I'm currently, as I say, I am currently in the middle of kind of the first process of creating some non-trailer cinematic stuff. If you started watching my channel when I started creating those trailers and cinematics, fantastic. But if you go back in my library, you'll see comparison reviews, airport reviews, exploring different landmarks. So I did all that way back in 2020. I say way back in 2020, but yeah, way back in 2020, the dark times. That's what I used to do. The cabin doesn't look as nicely lit in this one, I must admit. But yeah, I am going to do more other non-trailer cinematic stuff, guys, because it takes a bit longer, but I enjoy doing it. It's fun doing kind of a 20-minute long video, one that you guys can really sit down with a cup of coffee or a tea or whatever and just sit there and enjoy. I do like doing cinematics and trailers, but they last for 2 or 3 minutes, and you know, they're not long. But again, very detailed. Any other comments in terms of cabins? Well, let me just go to another one and see what we've got, especially obviously the actual cabin packs themselves. Let's have a little look in the comments, guys, because I don't want to be forgetting anyone there. Lighting's great. My favorite thing I used to do the crappy laptop sim was begging not to crash. iFly beats PMG. I haven't used PMDG since I've used 2020. 2020 is back on my computer now, so I have both simulators. The reason I had to do that was because I had to have 2020 for the 757 trailer. The guys insisted that I was using 2020 for that, which is fair enough. But yeah, I haven't used pretty much. The reason why I haven't used PMDG 737 is because, well, I've got them. I think I've got them all actually, except the 900, except the big one, the longer one. I think they did that one. I don't have that one, but I have all the others. The reason why I can't use it's not because it doesn't work, because it does kind of work in 2024, but it's because it will not install. I put the installer on and it will not install onto the computer. Don't know why, so I'm just going to wait. Do you chase plane for any cinematics? I don't use chase plane. I'm not really going to get into why I don't use chase plane and stuff like that. I think chase plane is only out for 2020 anyway. Any 2020 trailers I do or have done haven't used chase plane. This isn't a negative on chase plane. So all I would say, this is just a personal reason, okay? Just before I change into a different cabin, just to kind of explain myself. Chase plane looks absolutely amazing. It will for sure help people who make cinematics and trailers cut down their their workload. Well, I assume it will. I don't use it because I want my trailers and cinematics to be, and again, I'm going to say this with total respect, I don't want them to kind of look similar. I mean that with respect because I'm not saying that all things made with chase plane look similar. I'm saying it's because essentially it makes things a bit more automated. You can do your own camera angles and stuff like that, but I just use an Xbox controller and I use the mouse. I use the joystick. I use the showcase camera, and every angle that I do will be different in each video. It might look similar the way I'm moving the camera if I'm orbiting something or I'm panning slowly upwards and to the left. Yeah, it might look similar to a last video, but it will be for sure completely unique in every video the way I move the camera. Okay, again, no negatives, no disrespect. I just think with chase plane things might start looking similar, but again, that is not me saying that from experience. I've never used it, so, and that's not me saying I will never use it. I probably won't use it for my cinematics, but certainly I might give it a go and see what it's all about when it comes to 2024. But for now, no, I've never used chase plane, and currently I probably won't use it, just to make sure that every angle that I get and every kind of camera movement I get is similar. I can see why it's going to be useful and how it is useful. Totally, really, really do. But I don't use it. Just personal preference, mostly, really. But again, I'm not saying it's the case where everything is going to look the same. You can probably have chase plane have so many different ways of moving the camera about the world that it becomes unlimited. And yet it might take me so much longer to do one video, but it is what it is. I think chase plane is good if you're doing a load of cinematics and trailers. Like, you've got a workload, a ton of videos to do, and you've got to get them out. I assume. I'm still on 2020. I agree. I've been back on 2020 recently and found that it runs like a dream. Plus, at the minute, currently, Rex Atmos is on there, and it really is a lovely visual kind of. It's the best sort of kind of visual substitute compared to like Reshade or NVIDIA filters. Basically, when I went back and did the 757 trailer, I used Rex Atmos for the colors and obviously the weather and the atmospheric effects, and it's gorgeous, so nice. And I believe it's not far off from 2024 release. I can't wait to use it because I will probably get rid of Reshade, because that's all that Reshade is doing for me at the minute, is giving me the kind of, yes, see what I mean? See how yellow and green the color palette is? That is default colors. Don't know if you guys can see it, let me know in the comments, but that is the default colors. That is Reshade. Not a massive difference. You're probably seeing it getting a bit more contrasty and a bit more blue, but that is such a horrible color tone compared to that. Yeah, 2024 is getting there. It's just still not there. It's not where 2020 is, and 2020 is still not perfect either. So let's have a little look. We haven't seen the Qatar cabin. Let's have a look at the Qatar cabin in that. We've not seen the Qatar cabin yet, have we? No. Yeah, Rex Atmos is fantastic, and the 757 trailer I did was the first time I'd used Rex Atmos. It was on offer. I thought, why not? And absolutely, I just don't like the way it has to be running kind of on the side in a separate program. I wish you could just, like Reshade, you have it on and it's always there. It's your sim start up. Same with the NVIDIA filters, you don't have to turn it on. With Rex Atmos, you have to turn it on. Well, as far as I'm aware, you do. I bet you don't need to do that, and I've just been turning it on every time. But yeah, you kind of do, yeah. I went to 2024 as soon as 2024 came out. I kind of just didn't go back to 2020, purely because I'm more of a, you know, general aviation flyer. So being close to the ground in 2024 compared to 2020 is just so nice. I don't think I've checked out the Qatar cabin. So Emirates, I have Etihad and Qatar is what we need to check out next. Let's just give that a chance to load up. Here is my banner that I made. So as that loads up and does its business, you can see all my little social media things. Discord, if you're on Discord, get yourself in there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. And then I'm literally on everyone. So Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok. So Instagram and TikTok, I actually post more content there in terms of pictures and videos because it's a better platform to do that. So yeah, little bit of a shout out there. Nice to be on the stream. Rex Atmos is probably the best app I've used in a while. Is that Pyreegue? It's not Birmingham yet, unfortunately. I am hoping to show you more of Birmingham at some point. I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Pyreegue, if you're in the chat, sorry. No, jumping ahead here a bit. Jumping ahead a bit. No, it's not. This is his Glasgow scenery. I was going to do Edinburgh because technically I don't think the A350 comes to Glasgow. It does do the Edinburgh. It does do Edinburgh, but I have only got Edinburgh version 1. And version 2 is incredible, by the way. Don't think you can actually buy Pyreegue's Edinburgh version 1 anymore. So this is the Qatar cabin ones. Again, fully expecting it to be completely Qatar branded. There you go. Curtains have changed colour. We've got the Qatar logos there. And obviously we will have more than... Oh yeah, look at that. When is the giveaway though? The giveaway is on now. The giveaway is you. Look at this cabin, by the way. Oof. This is nice. One of the nicer ones. Little less private, but it's nice. So the giveaway, sorry if there's any more viewers in the chat. Fantastic. Get yourself subscribed for a better chance to win. There's one winner, 2 prizes, A350 for the PC, and a Pyreegue scenery of your choice. That does not include Birmingham, it's just the current Pyreegue ones. But yes, as the guys are saying there, you have to be active in the chat. I usually do a keyword, so you enter a keyword, Nightbot will let me choose a winner, whoever correctly put in the keyword. Now that works in some instances. Obviously you could put the keyword in, be selected as a winner, and then you might not be there when I draw the giveaway. It's not happened yet, but it can happen, and I don't want it to happen because then I'm redrawing people and I feel a bit horrible doing that, but I guess it's the only way to do it. But yes, as Tony has said in the chat, you're in it to win it. You stay active, you've got more of an opportunity. If you subscribe to the channel, you've got an even better opportunity. But yes, this Qatar cabin's lovely. Less private than the rest of them, but really, really nice. Little close together, but look at the carpet textures though. Jesus Christ. But yeah, lovely. It's not the, what do they call it, the herringbone configuration, where you've got like one facing forward and the other facing back. It's in a 1-2-1, so very very spaced out. You've got a lot more space, but look at the... So nice. Let's have a little look at the texture. Let's go and have a look at the night lighting. Again, I think if iniBuilds kept these as paid add-on, I certainly think having animated things inside the cabin probably would be where they'd have to go with that if they wanted to keep it paid. But again, look at the night lighting. Gorgeous. The little accents here with the light inside them as well. I love the white colours on the seat. It looks very nice. It does. Alex, stop putting football in the chat, man. Nah, I'm joking, mate. But yeah, it's a bit weird that Henderson's come back to the Premier League, and obviously Firmino's off the other way. Anyway, we all know that there's money over there, so I think... Have I got... Yeah, I'm still on this camera. Sorry, guys. I was thinking, what was that background music for? It's not. It's my background music that I'm playing. Sorry about that, guys. Here is... Is it like premium economy almost? Or maybe just still economy? But again, completely Qatar branded. Now, these obviously, you can tell the difference. Not much difference, granted, but there's a difference. Again, lovely. What we will do, guys, is should be online, or sorry, still live for another 45 minutes or so. So I will be doing the giveaway, the winner, in about 40 minutes or so. We're going to take a quick look around Pyreegue's Glasgow. It's not a brand new scenery. In fact, what we might do is we might head off to East Midlands, just because that is newer, and it does kind of represent his latest work. And yeah, we'll have a look around there, because you know, technically they are the things that we are giving away, or at least, you know, by the creator himself. Wife's gonna kill me. I am sorry, Tony. I really am. I just wanted to try something a bit different, to be totally honest with you, because keywords are great, but it can lead to the winner not being there, essentially. So let's have a quick look. You've entered the giveaway already. You've entered the giveaway already, so you're active in the chat. You have to remain in the chat. Simple. If you move away from the live stream and it's, you know, you're not active on there, Nightbot will automatically basically kick you out of the giveaway. It's that simple, really. So right now, I can see that obviously everyone here who's chatting away is still active. There's a couple of guys who aren't active that have not been are not entered now. So if you are not active, stay active. Keep on typing away. You don't have to enter in any specific way. Just stay active in the chat. Ask questions. Say hello. Mickey's here. Nice to see you, man. I'm alive. The lighting in the Qatar one is beautiful. It is. Let's have a look at some of the others before we go and have a quick look around Pyreegue's East Midlands, because again, East Midlands is one I didn't get to see when it released, unfortunately. It's when I was kind of away from the simulator. That kind of gap between those add-ons coming out and 2024 releasing, so kind of the year prior to when 2024 was releasing. Let's have a look at the Etihad. there it is, just gone past it. Etihad cabin, where is the Etihad? Is that it? I apologize if it isn't, but I think it is.
You need to start the engines to
Let's
request
let that
all
load in,
services.
of course. While it loads in, yeah, you don't really have to enter. It's just remaining active in the chat and obviously staying with the live stream. If you do exit the live stream, Nightbot will automatically put a line through your name, and it'll be like, that person's gone. How many cabins in total? Good question, mate. Let's have a little look. I'm not going to look at that because I can easily see it from here. British Airways, Lufthansa, Virgin, Air France are in pack 1. So 7 or 8. So you got 3 in pack 2 and then 4 in pack 1. British Airways, Lufthansa, Virgin, and Air France. So Lufthansa and Air France we haven't taken a look at just yet. So we will after this, and then, as I say, we'll have a little look at the at East Midlands, because as you guys are as well, I am very, very excited for Birmingham. He's probably getting sick of people asking him now, but I really, really hope Pyreegue decides to move on to Manchester. There is someone else doing Manchester as well, by the way, if you didn't know. I can't say it. Author Athea Simulations. I can't pronounce the name, to be honest with you, but they're brand new scenery developer taking on Manchester. But yeah. By the way, Pyreegue isn't doing Manchester, guys. I'm just saying I hope he decides to go there, but let's see. So there you go. Completely different again. More enclosed spaces again in the 1-2-1 configuration, but look at the lovely little lights, and they do cast shadows as well. I must admit the textures on this one don't look as, in fact I think that just might be the way the textures are on those walls. Lovely white kitchen marble there for your private cabins. If I accepted live stream by accident, I rejoined it. Will it re-add me or just keep me out? Good question. Let me double check, my friend, because I actually did kind of wonder that myself. So if you come back in, it does pop you back in. That's not a problem. So as long as you remain active and in the live stream, if you go out and come back, apparently it will put you back in, which is good. So keep that in mind. Alex has just been a champion and put the submit your screenshots, or at least my Discord server link in there. So please come into my Discord. What I'm doing is I'm taking everyone's Flight Sim 2020 or 2024 screenshots. I'm featuring when possible in live streams, and also as well in a exclusive kind of scenery that is being made for me. It's in an existing scenery, but it's a space within that scenery, and there's an actual tent with people's screenshots in it. So in 2024, because obviously you can use the walking feature, we can all go into this big event tent and we can all hang out. We can do some fly by the tent. We can all wave, and then you can all hang out in the tent. And then there's going to be actually your screenshots around the tent. So you'll be able to see your Flight Sim screenshots in the tent around you virtually inside the Flight Sim. So if you do want to be part of that, get yourself in there. No actual date on that, unfortunately, because I have to get enough interest to do a community flight, of course. And then we'll take it from there, guys. But that is the idea. So many ideas and not enough time, unfortunately. But yes, if you do go out the stream and come back in again, it will keep you in mind. So yeah, the Etihad cabins look fantastic. Bit more squared off and diagonal. No curves or anything in there, but the lamps on the side sort of. I'm wondering if these are real time, and they do actually change depending on the lighting. No, they don't. They're just baked in. So as you can see, they're still there. They're just a texture. They're not real lights. fair play. I mean, it's probably helping a lot with performance, but that's my answer to that. If you were wondering yourself. Any news about Birmingham? No. No news about Birmingham, guys. Birmingham, uh, Pyreegue has already said that it's not far off, so better just keep an eye out. He's on Facebook, Instagram, and X as well. He is very active in putting some teasers out there as well, so he does share his development even from early on. But no news here. All I can say is, if you've seen it on his social media, it looks bloody amazing. Fantastic, really nice. Evening, Trev. Nice to see you, bud. If you stay active in the chat, mate, I've got an A350 up for grabs and a Pyreegue scenery of your choice. The Pyreegue giveaway does not include Birmingham, guys. Okay, it's just to obviously it's still in development. There's no release date yet for it. Yeah, let's just keep it to a current scenery. Obviously, it's just fair. It's just fair. So this is the Etihad cabin for the A350. Let's move swiftly on because I do want to just quickly jump into East Midlands as well, just in case anyone hasn't seen the quality of the Pyreegue sceneries as well. The giveaway, you don't have to enter in such a way. You just got to remain active in the chat. We need to see the Lufthansa and the Air France ones now, guys. So Lufthansa cabin in the... Where's the Lufthansa livery? Din. There's one. I think apparently I've just got one. While it loads up, guys, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate all the interest in the live stream today. I am absolutely sweating, and I've had that window open in this room for about 2 days solid, which has helped. Yeah, so join the Discord. It really helps. Why is he out there? Go and follow me on social media. As I say, Instagram and TikTok is where I can comfortably upload more photos and videos just because they're better displayed. Also, you can see that my Copilot avatar is floating outside. Might need to relay that back on, although we are still kind of loading up, so let's give that a chance. Is he gonna jump in? Is he gonna jump in? Is he gonna jump in? No, he's floating. These new A350 flight decks are brilliant, aren't they? Oh well. Yes, absolutely, Alex. Thank you for putting that in. While I appreciate any kind of super chats, it's you're not obligated. It's certainly not there to improve chances of winning or anything like that. Like I said at the start of the stream, just to reiterate, my channel is all about my passion and hobby for flight simulation. Okay, I started doing flight simulation content on YouTube at the start of 2020, Flight Sim 2020 coming out. It sort of gradually evolved from there. It got to a point where me doing trailers and cinematics for various developers and stuff like that got to a point where they were asking me to do kind of freelance work for them, which transpired to other things happening and some really terrible things happening, unfortunately. And I decided not to do that anymore. I decided to not go on my computer for about a year and a half. I decided not to do YouTube for about a year because doing that stuff for paid work just took away all my passion for it. And I am a big aviation geek on this computer and out there as well. Absolutely felt horrible to be sort of knocked away from all that. So after a year, I come back refreshed, and now I'm in a position where I'm still working with developers, but there's no commissions there. There's nothing there. It's me, free and easy, doing things when and if I can. That's it, guys. Putting ads into some of the videos, and you'll notice they're not on all videos. I've selected which ones have got ads. That is to help me with the channel. It's not to help me live. That's not what I'm doing this for. I am not doing this YouTube channel to make a living. I'm doing it for my passion, okay? And the reason why I've put ads in is so that I can have a nice backdrop, buy some add-ons, add more content in, buy a microphone for my camera to record a unboxing for flight sim gear. That's simple, it, guys. That's really it. But yeah, I'm sorry that I've got taken that time to do that, but that's exactly, just because I see Alex has put that in there, and I totally agree with him, and that's exactly why it's in there. It's not in there for any other reason. People say try and make your passion your career. In the case of game development, I don't think that could be more wrong. I think I understand. Yeah, I think I understand. Yeah, no, I mean, so yes. So for the, I'd say the last, so 2019, I started working for an independent virtual reality company, so a location in where I live, and then I joined another one later down the line. And I also had a passion for virtual reality, tech in general and stuff. And yes, people do say do what you love for a living and make a career out of it. It's not always the case. It's not always the case. I fully agree that if you do something you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. That can be true. But what I would say is find a job that you enjoy, in the sense of you enjoy it and get on along with the people, and you've got a good manager. I know that's not always going to be easy, but try and do that. Don't do something that you're passionate about and a hobby because listen, it might be different for other people, but for me personally, as soon as I started making any kind of money doing this, it was terrible. It wasn't nice. I really want to go on an A350, mate. I've got more of a chance of going on an A350 now than like the likes of a 757 though, which is pretty sad to say, but yeah. But yeah, guys, I I've tried making a living from doing YouTube and flight simming. It's not nice. That's me. That's my personal experience. It's not nice. You can do a job where you really enjoy it, get along with the people, and have an amazing time, and come home and do this as your hobby. But yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. So I had a friend, or still got a friend. I don't speak to him a lot, but he worked for, I don't know if he still does, but he actually worked as a Sony playtester, and he said he never ever went home and played on his PlayStation. He ended up selling it because all he was doing all day was finding bugs on a game over and over. Every single day for a week would play the same bit of the same game, and it just ruined his passion for gaming. So yeah, I do agree with that in a sense. Hobby becomes yeah. Not for everyone. That is, it's not gonna play for every single person. There's people who probably love creating things on flight sim or whatever genre of sim or game or whatever, who absolutely love doing it and thrive on it, and they get stressed, but they still really enjoy it. Not sure if anyone's into boxing. Oh, I tell you what, if you've flown on Monarch and I flew on Monarch, so I think I flew on Monarch, was my first ever plane or airline. It's a Lanzarote, but it was a plain white A320 with no Monarch livery on it. But the fact that you've got to fly on a Monarch 757 is just beautiful, man. But yeah, sorry guys, I'm slipping away like I always do. Here is the Lufthansa cabin. Again, these are part of the free iniBuilds cabin packs for the A350. To enter the giveaway, you don't need to enter exactly, you just stay active in the chat. Nightbot will be telling me who is active and staying active in the chat, and then I will press a button, which I'll show you guys I'm doing it. It'll show you who is active, it'll show you who has left and not rejoined the stream, and it'll obviously show you who is active in the stream. And then when I choose the winner, I will, so this is a good time to go through the specifics. For the Pyreegue, the winner will need a Contrail account. Dead easy to set up if you haven't got one, and obviously you would need an iniBuilds account as well. Okay, so you'd need an account for each one of those. You also as well will need to have a email in your YouTube profile. Now the reason I'm doing that is I've never had this happen, but just in case someone wants to contact me and say I won the giveaway, or contact me on social media and say I won the giveaway, it's very hard to verify all that business. So instead of that, I will then take my email, take your email off your YouTube. I will then email you off my email, and we will then sort it out. And obviously that's legit. You'll know because you'll get the things in your account. But basically, that's it, guys. Okay, we haven't got long, by the way. 20 minutes or so until the winner is announced. So you only have to stay in here listening to my lovely Scouse accent for another 20 minutes. So there you go. We'll have a little look. So we've got time. We'll have a little look at the no, not the Air France. Yes, the Air France, the Air France cockpit, the Air France cabin, in hopefully an Air France plane. Let's have a little look if I've got one. If you're wondering what this is guys, it's the aircraft selector in the development tools pop-up in your sim. Dead easy to activate, and then you can just literally change the aircraft inside the sim without going back into your map. Have I even got an Air France livery? I'm pretty certain I have. Why is it not showing? Do Air France use the 1000? I don't think they do they? Common 98. Air France cabin, iniBuilds. Okay, let me just do that, because we're not really looking outside, are we?
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
While that loads, guys, there's all the business down there. X, well, it's the Twitter sign. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Discord, and obviously YouTube. Otherwise, why would you be here? He's sitting outside again. That's just probably because I'm using this aircraft selector. Let's wait till that load in. Can you still win if you have the A350 but not? I mean, I guess so, Max. Obviously, I would probably not enter purely because if you've got the A350, it's kind of one of the sort of the bigger giveaway prizes. That's not taking anything away from Pyreegue. I'm just saying, obviously, both are sort of separate prices, and obviously the A350 is a tad more expensive. Does the different cabins also have announcements? It's a very good question, Trevor, and it's not one I can answer off the top of my head because I honestly haven't tried that kind of thing. From what I've seen from the trailers, I think it does affect the sort of the accents and stuff of the different airlines, I believe. Doesn't actually say inside their sort of their jargon or their blurb on the airline, but on the trailers, I'm pretty certain they've used the cabin announcements are different. I do love EasyJet. Can you please show Emirates cabin? I did at the start, but I'll go back to it. But Max, in terms of you already having the A350, I wouldn't know how to swing that. I mean, if you are the person who ends up winning, I guess we could donate prizes. I think that would be the way to go. So if you do win and you have got an A350 but you haven't got the Pyreegue scenery, or you want a Pyreegue scenery and you don't necessarily need the A350, I could redo the winner. I could re-choose a winner, and that winner would then win the A350, for example. So yeah, we could do it that way. 2 copies of the A350. No, obviously we'd have to split the prize, but I guess probably don't enter if you've got the A350. I don't know. To be honest with you guys, didn't think about that, to be totally honest with you. I didn't really want to split the prizes as well. I'd rather give it together, do you know what I mean? Especially because the likes of Pyreegue Edinburgh, you could run the Emirates A350 operations from there, which is pretty cool. Pretty much. But yeah, I didn't really think about it, and probably something I should have thought about, so I apologise. Yeah, I can show the Emirates one again, because I don't think I went through that in much detail. Here is the Air France one. Again, very minimalistic, quite similar to... not the British Airways one. Singapore one maybe, kind of quite... no, it's not as outdated, I don't think. But again, totally unique. You got like the little bits of the wireless charging for your phones and stuff. Let me get you back onto the full screen as well, guys. But yeah, just stay active, guys, for another 15 minutes or so. This cabin's meh. It's very basic, isn't it, compared to the others we've seen. I tell you what, though, the colouring of this is a lot nicer. If you're not too bothered about the actual enclosed spaces. Cabin fever. Just a bit. We'll jump out and we'll look at East Midlands in a minute. We'll go back to Emirates. And again, very kind of cool black and sort of blue and white tone, similar to, not similar to British Airways. I guess British Airways were using more of a grey kind of very, very dark blue. But again, all the screens have got the authentic graphics on them. Again, these are totally free. Obviously, they were a paid add-on. I think they were about probably like 10 quid each or something like that. I think maybe Cabin Pack 2 was a bit cheaper because it had less in it. And finally, just to go back to it, the Emirates cabin, guys.
You need to start the engines to request ground services.
I mean, obviously, if you win the A350, bonus, because, I mean, unless you've got the 2024 version, because I don't think the cabins are in 2020. Do the screens work? No, that's what I was saying. I mean, obviously, if they would have kept it as a paid add-on, then yeah, I would have been looking at I would have been looking for clickable and animated cabins, but no, none of it is clickable, unfortunately. It's all very visual. None of it's clickable, unfortunately. Just while that loads in, guys, massive thank you to everyone. Massive thank you to Alex, our moderator, for keeping everyone in check. But no one's had to be thrown out, I don't think so. But no, I appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone who supported the channel, who's now subscribed and wants to continue to support the channel. Another live stream on Sunday. Live stream on Sunday is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be featuring all freeware stuff, so you don't have to pay a penny. I'm going to show you some nice freeware stuff for the simulator. I've also got a freeware video in the making as well, showing you five must-have airports, big and small, so definitely look out for that one as well. I used to really enjoy doing the freeware videos. I did quite a few back in the day, so it'll be good to get back into that. But on Sunday, 5 o'clock UK, we're going to be looking at some freeware stuff, which is going to be interesting. Everything will be linked in the video, the stream description for that one, so you can go off and anything that's interesting you, go off and download it for free and install it. That's going to be pretty interesting. Look at the Emirates one. There you go. There's the Emirates one, and yeah, bit more unique, isn't it? It's got all the sort of the cutouts here, where kids can reach their dirty, sticky hands in and grab your hair, while you've paid megabucks to fly in this particular section. Oh, I would absolutely flip. I know I've got a daughter, but man, God almighty, if kids just put their hands through there and started putting the crisp in your hair and stuff. But yeah, cabin lighting's fantastic again. There's some very, very nice freeware. There's some freeware airports that you can get that are better than payware. I mean, there's some aircraft that you can get. In fact, on that live stream, there is some freeware aircraft that I'm going to be putting on there. I think they're both not military, but military trainers, but they're freeware and they're bloody good. So yeah, Emirates, the cabin it's got that kind of purpley goldish type of colorway, gold mostly. And then in the economy, it's like they just went, right, you guys get this minty white color with a little hint of the purple stitch in there. I don't quite get it. And not every seat is the same color. The economy class design was a bit less thought out, wasn't it? It is lovely. It is lovely. Except when you get into economy. Don't know if I'm digging that mint colour. That literally looks like a mint ice cream, a Viennetta. Not a fan. Not of the economy. Yeah, I mean, the more expensive seats are a bit better. Yeah, not a fan. No. So let's swing by. We're not far off picking the winner, guys. So I would say, I mean, if you're not watching, then you won't really get the message. But if you're not watching, then you're not active and you're not going to win. So keep at it, guys. Just another 10 minutes or so, because that is under 2 hours. That's about what, hour and 50, hour and 45 minutes. Let's jump outside. And this is the Glasgow scenery. I think this is where, oh God, the camera. This is where the A380 sits, I think, just because of the double. Look at him, just chilling. Hiya, mate. You all right? What's up, man? Yeah, I would say that I've never seen that happen. Never. That is more than likely because I'm using the aircraft selector. But this is Glasgow. This is the Pyreegue Glasgow. Just so nice. Look at the interiors. Every passenger is animated as well. This is why I'm a bit. This is why, if you ever notice, if you ever watch my iniBuilds scenery live streams, is why I always go on about the passengers being static, because Pyreegue seems to put, and all right, they're not super animated, but he puts animated passengers into his airports, and the performance is still spot on. I don't know how. It's just don't know how he does it. It's David Copperfield, yeah. Well, I mean, I did hear he was a co-pilot. Look at this guy eating his burger and his kind of flat salad. I'll be honest, mate, I prefer that burger. That looks like a Whopper from Burger King. It's sad that I know that. But just look at that, guys. Look at outside. And obviously the static aircraft as well. I think they can be turned off. This guy is eating a steak without a knife and fork, which is very, very hard unless you just pick it up with your fist and just like, they're on a date. And she's having a coffee. It's really, really nice. His Belfast one is so good as well. I mean, all of his stuff is good. Look, there's the shop that I used to work in. Oh God, never again, never again, never again. But look at the play, look at the playground here. So well done, man. Yeah, you've got to. I mean, I don't think I've ever been in an airport ever that has a McDonald's. It's always a Burger King or you know, an overpriced Burger King or a Subway or a really expensive Weatherspoons. But yeah, this is the Glasgow scenery. I don't think there's a version 2 of this. I think there's a version 2 of Edinburgh, which is fantastic, but I haven't got it. I'll show you East Midlands and then we'll get the winner sorted, guys. I really do appreciate you sticking with me and being patient, okay? Really do. Belfast one's spot on. And I did the trailer for that. And it was so good because I stayed up till about, I think I stayed up for about 17 hours non-stop on my computer all the way through the night because I did a video review which was about 20 minutes long and then the trailer for it as well. But that's going back a tiny bit, isn't it? Let's jump out of the A350 because you will notice, even though it's very, very good, it does suck performance. It does suck performance. Oh, let's just jump into the Cessna Caravan, eh? The iniBuilds. Keep it iniBuilds. And let's jump down to East Midlands. There is Two-Tone Murphy. Where is he? He has been at Duxford today in the Lancaster, in the aeroplane heaven Lancaster. Where's East Midlands? There's Birmingham. Bloody hell, Brian, find it. Have I not got East Midlands installed? Surely I have. East Midlands is around, where is it? There, Jesus Christ, Brian. Geography. Geography, man. Let's stick you there. Let's stick you there. Bloody hell, that was terrible, that. And I am actually good at geography. Where is he from, actually, Pyreegue? Yeah, Ukraine. Legend. No way you did that trailer for Belfast, yeah? It's on my channel. Go back a bit. Go back on my video library and you'll see it. Yeah, but as I say, I stayed up for like 17 hours, did the trailer and did the kind of the video review for it. But that was fun. I was literally falling asleep at my desk when I finished it all. It was funny. Right next to the West Midlands. Ha ha ha. To be honest with you, I had this weird thought that it was below Birmingham. I don't know why. But yeah, here is the East Midlands. Fantastic, man. Fantastic for your cargo operations, of course. And he's also got the Aero Park, the museum over there. Look at that. You got a Vulcan, a Nimrod, I think a Vampire in there, a MiG. I don't know. It's fantastic scenery, man. There's the DHL hub. So if you do any cargo operations in the simulator, this would be... It's a must anyway, because you can do a lot from here. A lot. Some domestic stuff. Your TUI, Jet2, Ryanair, of course. And it's just all the custom cars. And there's so many. And then animated ones as well. So a lot like Aerosoft would do. Look at that. It's even with the little light on top, he's got his beacon light on. A Jet2 maintenance van. Even stops at the level crossing. Insane, man. And by the way, I've never actually seen that. I've seen other ones, but I've never seen that. That's so cool. But yeah, this is the quality you get with Pyreegue. You get the surrounding areas, all the hotels off in the distance there. He always tries to blend the kind of the photogrammetry or the auto-generated buildings around the aerodrome as well, and always will put quite a lot of the surrounding roads in and get the actual satellite imagery spot on as well. Don't worry, I am keeping an eye on the time, guys. But yeah, here is the control tower. Animated controllers in there as well. And if you use this alongside VATSIM or you're a controller on VATSIM, it's just incredible. It really is. The train is lovely, yeah. Even the car park looks fantastic, yeah. All custom cars as well. It's what he does, man. And it always, I mean, don't be surprised if when you see Birmingham, it's even better than this. But here's an example here. Sorry for the drone camera being a bit, I've got everything sped up. Just insane, insane. Yeah, as I said before, I'm not too sure how this man keeps optimization so good, because you know you can go right down there and you can go straight into the terminal. You can hang out with the passengers. He's got everything spot on. The fan blade here, animated revolving doors, and obviously if you've seen any of the previews of Birmingham, there is actually rideable lifts in there. So you in the walking mode in 2024, you can get inside the lift, go up to the next floor, and walk along. It you know, just I know you're supposed to be flying, but in terms of exploring the scenery, the fact that you can go into walking mode in Birmingham and walk along the terminal into a lift, go up to the go up to the floor, and then get out and walk along is just oh. And look at that. Look how good the glass and the doorway, the emergency, defibrillator and stuff like that. Animated passengers walking through as well. And by the way, regardless of how regardless of what you think of interiors being inside sceneries, if you're on your gate here and you can look out your flight deck and see people walking past, in the airport, it's just immersion level is so high. It's just the signs everywhere, authentic signs. The fact that your rain covers are fully explorable. I've seen sceneries where people just leave that as like one solid object and it still looks good, but you can't go inside. Look, access gates, all right, we can glitch through them unrealistically, but access gates up to the roof, unreal, unreal, really, really is. Who's messaging me? Have I got friends? The Yodel Center, it's just, and again, one of, if not the best. I mean, you can't sort of discount the likes of iniBuilds, who do great sceneries, NZA Simulations, guys. If you haven't seen the stuff that NZA Simulations do for their New Zealand sceneries, go and check those guys out. They know how to do it as well. Fantastic, especially the Christchurch one. That is a big airport, and then you can go down this sort of road like this and end up in like the private jet terminal and the helicopter terminal, and it's all mapped out. You can go from the terminal to the private jet terminal along a road with everything mapped out, and it's spot on. NZA Simulations, guys, if you haven't seen them before. I hope you have, though. Let me just pop that in the chat. If Alex is still in there, just find me the NZA Simulations website for us, please, bud, and just link it in if you can. These guys are also amazing as well. Mount Cook, yeah, they did that. Fantastic. Insane. And then there's the hotel guys as well, the Radisson. And he's obviously he hasn't put an interior for this, but he has put some sort of parallaxed interiors. He has put the stairway, though. I can imagine as a plane spotter, that's probably a good little lookout location, isn't it? If you just sneak into the stairwell inside the Radisson. 1950, guys. So you've stayed with me for just under 2 hours, which is just perfect. Not that there was an actual quota that I was looking for. I just, you've stayed with me, and now I'm gonna pick a winner for you guys. Let's go inside the terminal in East Midlands, and let's see who has won. That view isn't as good as the Hampton Liverpool Airport. Yeah, I did some. So while I was working in the airport in terminal for a good while, I did some training in one of the higher rooms in the the Hampton. So good. But look at that, guys. Just look at that. You've got the control tower, all these security fences, the little bar. Everyone's sitting there having their drinks. The bartender. Oh man, so cool. Birmingham Airport is going to be incredible, man. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Please like the stream. Please share it for anyone who wants to rewatch it, even if the giveaway is technically going to be over after the stream. I appreciate it, guys. Sunday, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. UK time. Some freeware stuff, not just airports, some aircraft, some other bits and stuff like that. Please subscribe and pop that into your diary. That's going to be a fun one. Some good freeware stuff. More videos to come. Freeware videos, camera tutorials to kind of pass on, well, what I think my knowledge is. There's another one. There's another video that I'm also doing as well. I do not want to share that idea of that one because I don't think anyone's done it, and I'm really excited to show you that one. It's not massive, but it's very interesting, so please do subscribe, guys. Join me on Instagram, TikTok, all my social medias. Join me on Discord as well. Let's get this going. I am so sorry for all the delays, guys. Please split the prizes. If the winner wants both of the prizes, then the winner will have both prizes, okay? If I have multiple prizes to give out, I sometimes usually do, or multiple of the same prize, obviously I would do then. If the winner does have the A350 and wants to donate the prize, then by all means let me know before we end the stream and we can do that, okay? That's not a problem. I won't be splitting the prizes. I will let the winner decide that, okay? That's what she said. It's not massive, but it's interesting. Yeah, I've heard that from my wife a few times. Right, guys. Anyway, don't let me get don't make me lose track. Let's have a look and see if I can do this properly without messing things up. What I would say, guys, is you will see. I'm not going to keep anything off screen, but you will see that there's people who are still in the live stream. Fantastic. There's been people come and go, which is fair enough. But yeah, good luck to the winner. Okay, let me just get this on screen for you. I will be cut off. Bye bye, Brian. And I've got about 4,000 tabs open as well, guys. So let me just you can yeah right. Right, okay. Good luck to everyone. Massive thank you for everyone who has stayed with me, has come in and watched the stream. After this, I'm going to go and get a massive drink and cool down because this room is boiling now. Good luck, guys. Tony Dark 0. There you go. There is our winner. Nightbot has put it into the chat. Tony, if you're still there, mate, which you should be because you have to be active. You need to let me know. Let me know. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much for yeah. Do you know what? Having all those tabs open probably hasn't helped the action. Hasn't helped, has it? Tony, you have won, mate. Please say you've got. Please say you've got the A350 and we can re-roll. Tony, you'll have to let me know, mate. Is the A350 both yours, mate? Yeah, let me know as soon as possible. Please, guys, as much as it is a bit of banter, as much as it is kind of like the running joke, Please respect that. Obviously, Tony has won, okay, guys? But yeah, please don't pressure Tony. You don't have any, no worries. Tony's keeping the prizes, guys. I know some of you will be joking. If you are just, you know, bit of banter with Tony, that's absolutely fine. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be horrible in that respect. But what I would say is, please do not hound Tony. He's keeping both prizes. He's won it fair and square. Please say congratulations to him and show all your love in the chat. Again, Tony, mate, what I will need from you, if you haven't already, I will just double check. Let me head to your channel. You don't have a email linked in there, mate, so you will need to link it in and let me know ASAP. I won't end the stream until you've done it, mate, okay? But you do need to put your email in. You don't need to keep it in your profile. You just need to wait for my email, which I'll do as soon as possible, just to get our chat, our sort of email correspondence going, okay? So just pop that into your YouTube profile for us now, buddy, and I will email you within the next half an hour, okay? Yeah, guys, please keep it to. I mean, we can stop it now. The joke is kind of now over, okay? Just we've picked the winner. We were discussing whether if the winner has got the A350, whether they wanted to pass it on. This particular winner has not got the A350, so he will be having both prizes, guys. So no more of that in the chat, okay? We've had our laughs. It was funny. I will have more giveaways, guys, but the only way you can obviously get involved with them is to obviously subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for any live streams. I always promote them, okay? I always put them on my Discord multiple times, okay? So please don't get too annoyed that there's a ping on Discord every so often by me. I promote them on every one of my social medias, including TikTok, so you will not miss out, okay? I will start trying to do giveaways through my social media channels and stuff like that, but it really does depend on particular things. Hopefully the channel will get to a point where I can start providing giveaway prizes at different levels and stuff like that. But for now, I really am just enjoying the time I'm getting to put the videos that I'm doing out now, and there's more to come, guys. There is more to come. There's some fantastic new products coming out from various developers, so there will be official trailers on the channel. They won't stop. I'm not stopping trailers or cinematics, but there will be other things, reviews, freeware, top fives, tutorials. I just have minimal time doing each video every week. I'm up against it. If you didn't already know, I'm a full-time father, so there is a certain time limit I get on being able to come onto the computer, and honestly, spending hours on this computer can get a bit tiring as well. But listen, guys, everyone is fantastic. You're all great. I've not, since I've come back to YouTube, the support and everything's been fantastic. Look at the Gulfstream G450. Look at that. Look at that hanger, by the way. That hanger is fantastic. But yeah, massive, massive thank you. Is there one more giveaway? There's no more giveaways. Give me half an hour. That's not a problem, mate. I've got your YouTube profile saved. So if you do need to do it in the next hour or half an hour, mate, that's not a problem. That's not a problem, mate. That's just, I want to make sure that your profile is open so I don't lose it. That's all. So that's not a problem. All right, Gary, mate. Nice to see you. I am kind of going now, mate, but it's good to see you, mate. I really appreciate you coming in. Gary 87 is a long time sort of online friend. I just, it's great to see him, and it's great because we used to play GTA 5 online, or GTA Online about a year or so, until I kind of dropped off doing it. But all the GTA news, GTA 6 stuff, we kind of, message each other with. So yeah, good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming. Yeah, like Alex said, guys, just that's it. Now the giveaway was two prizes, one winner. That was made apparent by all of my social media posts and Discord posts. Okay, we did discuss if the winner did have one of the items or whatever, then they could decide to re-roll the giveaway winner to someone else. Tony didn't want to do that because he wanted both prizes, which is absolutely fine. That's all that Alex is saying, guys. So that's it. No more giveaways. There will be other giveaways down the line on the channel. If you've watched any of my live streams, you know that I do try my utmost to show a particular add-on off and also have it as a giveaway prize. So fantastic. Tony, mate, do it when you're ready. I will keep on checking back, but if you can do it tonight, that'll be fantastic, just so I can come back to your YouTube profile. I've got it saved there on my screen, mate, so I can do that. Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm gonna head off now. Thank you, Alex, for moderating and keeping everyone nice and everyone calm to a point. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Fantastic. Sunday, 5 o'clock UK time, another live stream, guys. It's going to be looking at freeware, so all the good free stuff that the simulator offers. Obviously, flightsim.to, you'll be aware of some of them. There'll be some that hopefully you don't know about. We can have a look at them, and there'll be an actual pre-recorded dedicated video looking at five of many airport sceneries for free. Some that I've handpicked, and I'll have a look at them on a video. But yeah, keep an eye out, guys. People asking for Pyreegue Birmingham, you're well within your right. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Please keep an eye on the channel. Little weird wink and smile there for you, but yeah, keep an eye out on the channel. There might be something to do with Birmingham at some point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No more. No more. Have a lovely evening, guys. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. If you are re-watching the stream, obviously we've had a look at the cabin packs by iniBuilds, which are free. Obviously, Tony, make sure you download them as well if you are on 2024. And obviously, when we start chatting on the email, mate, you can let me know which Pyreegue scenery you want. In the meantime, mate, make sure you've got an iniManager account and a Contrail store account as well for your Pyreegue scenery. And all I'll do is get them added to your account. Perfect, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I need a really big drink. I will see you again very soon.